What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to break down the event. If you guys love Go Battle League or PvP in general, this is going to be a weekend you want to partake in. So we're going to break down that event. We're going to talk about the new Evolution Cup, break down its meta, what you guys need to look out for, and how you can prepare. So let's dive right in. We have Go Battle Day. It's going to be this Saturday, tomorrow, February 10th. And there will be a live stream over on Twitch with the previous world champion, itsAXN, also TrainerTips, SoftToff, and Speediest Chief. What they're going to look to do is they're going to do their Go Battle League sets and provide coaching and questions and just have a fun, chilled live stream basically for a long time. Now what's also cool, I'm going to go ahead and scroll down so you guys can see, is where did it go? Here it is. If you guys tune into the stream, you can snag Twitch drops and get charge and fast TMs and more. So you guys want to go do that. I know a lot of us, myself included, are living day to day when it comes to charge TMs. So if you guys want a little surplus, want to get some extras, tune into this stream. Now obviously it's going to be Go Battle Day, so you guys can look forward to the 4-time Stardust. It's going to be a maximum of 20 sets for a total of 100 battles, and it's also going to be Master League and Evolution Cup Great League Edition. Now what is the Evolution Cup? Great question. The Evolution Cup is going to be in the Great League, so under 1500 combat power, and it's only going to have Pokemon that have evolved at least once and can evolve again. So basically the middle evolution, that's what it's going to be. And we already have the meta shaping up here on PvPoke. It comes at no surprise to anyone in this video or in the comments that Vigoroth is going to be number one. Vigoroth has always been and always will be for the foreseeable future the king of specialty cups. And that is because of its update, right? It got access to Rock Slide. And even without that, Counter and Body Slam is just way too good. What you guys are gonna see, we're gonna go ahead and break down a little bit so you guys know what Pokemon to bring to counter this thing, because every single person is gonna have it, right? It has a 60% win rate against the meta without an energy advantage, but obviously if it gets one counter worth of energy, so you safe swap it in, right? You safe swap it in, they come in right away. It's got a 75% win rate, and the only Pokemon that could beat it are Nidorino, Gloom, Ivysaur, Hakamo'o, Marshtomp, Dragonair, and Haunter. But that doesn't tell the whole story, right? A lot of you going, whoa, no, there's better counters. You're right. This is only the one shield. What we need to take a look at is when you guys are facing off against Vigoroth in this meta, you're going to have to go into the 2 shield, and we're going to go ahead and see why. So, you can use stuff like Primeape, Shadow Dragonair, and Shadow Golbat. I think those 3 are probably going to be the most common and the most used in order to counter it. And that's due to the fact, so we'll go ahead and do this Primeape matchup. That's due to the fact that how quickly a Vigoroth can get to its body slams, right? So in order to win this mid-game matchup, Vigoroth can win the ones. That's the crazy thing. Vigoroth can win the ones. You're just going to have to invest 2 shields and just fast move down. Right? You throw a Night Slash here and fast move down. Unfortunately, Vigoroth is getting 2 shields from you unless you are fine losing switch advantage. Same with Shadow Dragonair here. Your Dragon Breaths are going to be doing so much damage that you don't even have to throw. You could just hold all your energy. You might be able to throw here if you guys can see. Yeah, you guys can see. You might be able to throw here before they get to this next body slam. So on counter like 3-4, right in there is when you'll want to throw it to see what they do. Because Aqua Tail should just be enough. Actually, 44 damage, Body Slam 53. So body Slam will have to be. Oh, that's going to be IV dependent. Oh man, that's going to be tough. So yeah, if you were facing off against the Vigoroth in this meta, I'm going to be completely honest. In this meta, you are going to need on your team in the back line at least 1 Primeape or 1 Dragonair or 1 Golbat. You could also have some spicier things like a Nidorina or a Shadow Gloom with Razor Leaf. Those are options, maybe even Charge Bug. But ultimately the meta 3 are going to be these 3 right here, which really condenses the meta down of what people are going to use. So there are options out there. I don't want you guys to get discouraged that Vigoroth is going to be unbeatable. You guys have options to use. Speaking of options, well, let's talk about the other Pokemon. Shadow Golbat coming in number 2, no surprise. There is no moveset adjustments there. Wing Attack, Poison Fang, Shadow Ball is your go-to. You just need to really watch out for some of those anti-flyers, and Alolan Graveler is going to be one of them. Alolan Graveler can really get out of hand if it does not have a hard counter. So something like a Marshtomp or a Vigoroth or a Primeape, for example. Outside of that, it can really put in some work in this meta. Hakamo'o as well, Dragon Tail, Dragon Claw, and Brick Break. Really interesting that has the low energy right there for the typing. So it could potentially do well against that Vigoroth if it lands the Brick Break for super effective damage. Dusclops XL. This is going to be another Pokemon I think could be a good safe swap if you run. I think, I'm going to be honest, I think the moveset, it says Poltergeist here, but I think Return, if you guys happen to have that, might be a good option as well. Ice Punch, I think, is going to be critical for this meta because of how common Golbat and Dragonair are going to be. Those two definitely demand that you run Ice Punch. But what Dusclops is it's a bulky ghost, extremely bulky with Hex, so it's high energy gaining, fast attack, and then the Ice Punch spam. You could run Poltergeist if you want. I'm not saying don't. But the Return could be spicy. Golbat as well. Zweilous is going to be in there, but it's going to have to watch out for Vigoroth and Dragonair. They're both going to be doing a lot. Shadow Dragonair is up there. Primeape's up there. This is another Pokemon where I think it's going to be pretty strong in this meta. It might honestly be one of the best anchors on some teams because of its ability to handle the Vigoroth safe swap. You come in and just counter that thing down. And then you have coverage moves on the back end. So even if there was a Golbat on your opponent's lead, when that Golbat faces off against your Primeape, because you have access to Ice Punch, you can do a lot of super effective damage. So definitely don't sleep on that. Charjabug as well, a versatile, kind of bulky, spammy Pokemon. Volt Switch, X-Scissor, and Discharge. Volt Switch is Legacy as well, so just watch out for that. If you guys are using TMs, you guys can see it is going to be Legacy, so you're going to have to TM that. And then we also got Arctibax in here. I know a lot of you are like in the Arctibax cult. You love this Pokemon so much. It has potential in this meta. Obviously, Dragon Breath, Dragon Claw, Avalanche is a good moveset to have. It just really needs to watch out for Vigoroth and counter users. Haunter, making a comeback. Haunter was strong back in the early days of PvP, but now it has access to Ice Punch. Or it doesn't now have access, it's had access for a while. But Shadow Claw, Ice Punch, and Shadow Ball. That Ice Punch is going to be really clutch in this meta, like we mentioned before. Pokemon who have access to a low energy cost Ice Charge move are going to do well. So Haunter right there. Marshtomp, making it in here. Mudshot, Surf, and Mud Bomb. I wouldn't go for Sludge. You could opt for Water Gun, but I don't think there's going to be enough fires in order to warrant that. I think the Mudshot high energy gain is going to be way more worth it. Now, we're starting getting into spicy land here, and that's going to be Machoke. Karate Chop, Cross Chop, Dynamic Punch. You could also opt for a Return if there is maybe something that's going to be resisting the fighting. And so maybe a poison user, right, if it's going to resist fighting type moves. So like Golbat, for example, that Return could be spicy if you guys have it. Karate Chop actually gains energy pretty quickly, so don't sleep on that. Pillow-Swine as well, we mentioned Ice type Pokemon could do very well. Powder Snow, Avalanche, Stone Edge, it does have access to high horsepower. That could be a viable option if the Alolan Gravelers really start to become more prevalent. You might want to have that coverage because the Stone Edge Avalanche kind of covers the same things if you're looking at the condensed meta, right? If you look at something like maybe the Shadow Gloom, which we mentioned earlier, the Golbat, and the Dragonair, Avalanche covers all three of those. So there's really no reason to have the Stone Edge. Then we start getting even more spicy with stuff like Celio. We already mentioned Marshtomp, but Celio here. Powder Snow Body Slam. Does anyone remember this back in the day? 2019, maybe even 2020, in the early days of Go Battle League. Celio was like It was a thick body slam spammer. It was really spicy. You do have different move sets that you could run, but ultimately Powder Snow Body Slam is your go-to. So if you don't want to unlock a second charge move, I definitely don't think these are warranted for that extra Stardust, especially for one weekend. But do know that it's going to cost quite a bit to power this thing up. Then we start having stuff like Nidorina and Nidorino, right? The second evolutions here with Poison Jab, Poison Sting, Dig, Poison Fang. Very spammy, very potentially dangerous. Even has access to Thunderbolt. That could catch some Zapdos, or not Zapdos, some Golbat. The electric typing here is throwing me off. Could catch some Golbat off guard, especially with the energy gain from Poison Sting. We get a little bit farther down. We mentioned Nidorino. This is going to be Poison Jab, Horn Attack, and Ice Beam. So unfortunately, doesn't have... I mean, it has Ice Beam, but it's not like something like an Icy Wind. That would be really clutch. But the Poison Jab will also be nice. And then I didn't want to mention, I guess I might as well. Chansey is going to be in here. For those of you who are brave enough or maybe daring enough. Some of you just love Chance. Some of you just want to use Chansey. By all means, this is the time to do it. I wouldn't recommend it. That's a lot of dust. But hey ho, this is something you could do. Chansey is an option. We'll go ahead and shout it out. But as you guys can see, the meta starts getting more spicy and spicy. But ultimately, what you're looking to run is some of these top Pokemon. And I think how this weekend is going to work out is the player who can utilize the shields the best and get a sweep. I think Vigoroth is going to be a great Pokemon to have on your team, especially as a safe swap, because you're always going to be getting shields from your opponent, and then you could have a sweeper in the back, maybe something like that Alolan Graveler, for example. But overall, this is looking to be a fast and fun meta. It's going to get dense very quickly. But this is a Go Battle Day as well. I know this meta is here for a full week, but we're highlighting about the Go Battle Day itself. So if you guys want to get a bunch of Stardust, have fun watching some of our favorite creators, just hang out in the Twitch, get those rewards. It's gonna be a good day. But remember, Vigoroth is gonna be around. Have yourself a Dragonair, a Golbat, and a Primeape. Those three, and I think you'll be all right. So. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys think about this Evolution Cup. I think my one hot take is I would love in the future to see a ban to Vigoroth. Just straight up, just in this Evolution Cup, Vigoroth is banned. Curious to see what that would do to the meta. I think it would open a lot of things up because this Pokemon is just so tough to deal with. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.